Hello, what is Polkadot? Why was it invented? Today we will talk about all this. Polkadot was created to overcome a problem of scalability and interoperability. It is an infrastructure where you can develop different blockchains, allowing each one to operate efficiently and distinctly. The network's name is already unique. A polka dot pattern on fabric consists of an array of large filled circles of the same size. The circles probably symbolize the different blockchains and the overall pattern, the Polkadot crypto world. The history of Polkadot is closely associated with Ethereum. Its founder is Dr. Gavin Wood, who was chief training officer and core developer of Ethereum. He developed its smart contract programming language, Solidity. The lead developer left Ethereum in 2016 to build a more sharded blockchain, and in October of the same year, he published Polkadot's white paper. While still at Ethereum, Wood co-founded the ETH-Core blockchain technology company, which later turned into Parity Technologies. The company developed important blockchain infrastructure technology, such as the Substrate Development Framework and the Polkadot Network. The development of Polkadot is authored by the Web 3.0 Foundation. Among the various activities of the foundation, the support and development of decentralized web protocols is important, paying attention to the use of innovative encryption systems. To do this, Polkadot employs a sharding mechanism. In short, the blockchains are divided into various sections, so as to lighten the work of the individual validators. These will be able to focus on validating only the section designated for them, improving performance. The coordination of the various shards, called parachains, is designated to a core network. Thanks to this construction, Polkadot is able to offer a substrate for projects looking for scalability and independence. A real operational base where you can find all the tools to develop your own project. There is more. By allowing the sharing of any type of data between projects, a potentially infinite number of use cases opens up. Polkadot wants to provide a starting point for the development of new markets and opportunities. Web 1.0, Web 2.0, Web 3.0. In the early 2000s, when the internet was becoming the center of attention of many, there were few use cases for it. The use was static and bound to the reading of web pages only. The virtual world was taking its first steps towards the future, creating read-only the first line of data on the net and some timid digital identities. This stage of internet development is also called Web 1.0. With the growth of online business and social platforms, the internet needed to evolve to version 2.0. This update, the current version of the internet, allows a dynamic and interactive use of web pages. Users can read and write information on the network, deciding whether to make the uploaded information public or private. Despite the improvement, this guise of the internet still faces issues related to security and privacy. Among these, the progressive centralization of user data creates inconveniences from the point of view of trust. This is where the new version comes into play. Web 3.0 allows the transition from centralized network management to a decentralized system, where the user is in control of their data, without the need to trust third parties. The goal of Web 3.0 is precisely to create an infrastructure without intermediaries in which people can regain control of their digital identity. Blockchain interoperability and scalability. Polkadot provides the tools to overcome the limitations that hold back the adoption of blockchain technology, scalability and interoperability. The birth of bridges and the adoption of the EVM, Ethereum Virtual Machine, have so far worked as a palliative to allow the crypto sector to evolve by creating synergies between different projects. However, fundamental problems remain related to the scalability of Ethereum and the security of bridges. Creating the foundations on which to build a decentralized web. This is Polkadot's mission, a creation and coordination layer that leaves projects full control over the development of their applications. To find out more about the concept of layers, here is the in-depth analysis dedicated to Layer 0, Layer 1 and Layer 2. Polkadot brings together a diverse group of shards called parachains. These networks are connected and coordinated by the Polkadot relay chain, as well as being designed to connect to external realities through communication bridges. Let's move on to the key roles. Network role. Now let's see the key roles that can be filled within the Polkadot network. These help above all to keep the state up to date and safe. In nominated proof-of-stake blockchains, the roles are as follows. Validators. Those who actually finalize the network blocks, receiving the information generated by the various parachains and making them compatible with the relay chain. To allow the safety of the relay chain, it will be necessary to resort to staking the DOT coin, receiving a reward proportional to one's contribution. Nominators. Nominators are those who help secure the network by selecting a number of validators they trust and staking their Polkadot dots with them. Collectors. Full nodes of the parachains, they process user transactions and send them to the validators, so that they can be verified and added to the relay chain. They delegate the finalization of transactions to the validators. Fishermen. As we have also seen for the Elrond blockchain, this role allows you to monitor the network and report any malicious behavior to the validators. Polkadot Governance. The goal of Polkadot's governance system is to consistently ensure that the majority of the network has the reins and influence to steer the network. To do this, the active stakeholders of the ecosystem are asked to choose an on-chain entity council, representing the majority, and to streamline decision-making processes. Although it currently has 13 members, every decision must be approved by referendum. Each user, in proportion to the weight of the participation, expresses their preference in this regard. The members of the council, elected to represent the stakeholders, mainly have two functions. Propose referendums, i.e. votes on changes relating to the network. Vetoing those votes with malicious or dangerous ends. The technical commission is made up of active members of the development team. It can propose emergency referendums in cooperation with the council, in order to speed up the voting and implementation process. DOT. Native coin of Polkadot. DOT is the native token of the Polkadot network. It can be used in governance processes, to pay network gas fees, get staking rewards, to participate in parachain auctions and many other features. 1 DOT is the minimum required to have an active Polkadot account. In fact, accounts that have a lower balance cannot execute transactions. Always make sure you have some tokens in your wallet. If the total amount of DOT held should fall below the minimum value, the account will be disabled in order not to burden the network. It will still be possible to access them and the funds are SAFU. However, it will be necessary to carry out a rehabilitation deposit that brings the balance back above the threshold. 5 DOT. Minimum contribution required to start a consensus collection during parachain auctions. Through these events, projects will be able to obtain the Parachain slot and develop their own project in the Polkadot substrate. 20 DOT. Amount required to register your identity on-chain, as well as to participate in council member voting. Up to 16 members may be chosen to be elected to the council and the vote will be split equally among them. According to data from Polkastats, there are currently approximately 400 active validators and more than 20,000 nominators, with a total of 617 million DOT staked. According to verified data from CoinMarketCap, the outstanding supply is approximately 1.13 billion Polkadot. Over the past year, the coin has often found itself fighting for a place among the major cryptocurrencies. Sharding and Parachains. The Polkadot network works according to a fragmentation of the blockchain called Sharding. Each parachain takes care of providing the test blocks to the validators of the relay chain. They analyze the data according to a rigorous process, after which they can add it to the final Polkadot chain. This is because it is the validating nodes of the relay chain that have the task of guaranteeing the security of the blocks. The collectors, full nodes of the parachains, have no responsibility from a security point of view and do not even require particular staking requirements. We have seen that as long as a chain wants to build its infrastructure in the Polkadot substrate, the process of finalizing transactions and securing the system is delegated to the relay chain. But what happens when you want to make a transaction with a chain that uses its own finalization process, such as Bitcoin? Polkadot develops an interoperability technology called cross-consensus message, capable of making both incoming and outgoing transactions compatible. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to leave a comment, like and subscribe to support us.